In this video, we're going to be talking about ticker symbol SPCE, Virgin Galactic, and if the pain is over. What's going on, guys? It's Justin from Push and Profit. Hope you're having a beautiful day. So we're going to be talking about what's going on overall with ticker symbol SPCE. As always, I like to just recap my day's trades for the day, or really swing trades. But we see that, I made $382.18 on Apple, $261 on Neo, $65.32 on Virgin Galactic, $49.92 on Robinhood, and then I also lost $24.34 on fuel cell. At the end of the day, you win some, you lose some, as long as the outcome is income. We made a profit of $734.08 for the day. Not too bad, but obviously not the greatest as well. But let's go ahead and go back to the chart to see what's going on, right? So if you guys have been following along, I've been really just kind of tracing over what's been going on with SPCE for the last couple of weeks. So obviously I can't like re-summarize everything that we went through, but just to kind of go over a few things, we had this support level, this resistance level that we were trading in between this channel. As we got closer to this area of resistance, I mentioned how possibly we may start going down simply just because we're overbought on the RSI, and also just because this is a known resistance level as we see multiple times throughout the chart. I also pointed out that we have a double top pattern where we just see these two kind of peaks going up and down, and how that's a very, very bearish pattern, right? And now there's obviously more with the news and everything else that we could talk about with ticker symbol SPCE, but that's just based on the technical side, right? Now, how have I been profiting on ticker symbol SPCE? Well, as we were going up, I was just buying shares, right? Buying low, selling high, obviously. And I didn't really buy any options. But as we were going down, I've been, doing a lot of shorting with shares or buying put options, right? And the other day, it turned $600 into $1,600 in just one day. And then, of course, the other 2 days, I made a nice, decent profit on the SPCE. Today was a very light day on ticker symbol SPCE. As you can see when I showed my trades for the day, I didn't really go too heavy today because I honestly thought the pain would kind of end. But obviously it didn't. If we kind of go straight into the chart, we see that it was really just another red day. But towards the end of the day, we had some green candles pushing ourselves up. Now, let's go ahead and look back on the 4-hour chart. Now, something that I want to say, and now this is not 100% guaranteed, it's not a rule, but typically a stock doesn't sell off 3 days in a row. Typically, there may be 3 really bad days, and the next day we either move sideways or we go up. But typically it's very rare that you have 4 bad days in a row, and you could see that going down over here, right? During these red days, we had 1, 2, 3, and then this day we kind of moved sideways, and then another red day here, and then we started going up, and then we moved sideways, right? So not saying that most likely we're going to move sideways tomorrow, but something that I want to point out is that on the R side, we were pretty oversold. So that is a nice indicator over here. Again, I don't really make trades based off like indicators like the RSI or the MACD. I like to really just focus on price action, right? So if we kind of just zoom out, let's see if there's any levels that we need to pay attention to. So if we look over here, we can clearly see, and I'm going to draw a line, but I'm not going to keep it there just because I really want to keep my chart, clutter free. But we can see that, this area right over here looks like it was a strong support area around over here. Now, does that mean that we're going to initially just or instantly bounce off this area? Absolutely not. But we have to keep in mind that during this area, there was, a strong area of support. And, we immediately bounced up when this happened last time. Again, not just saying that's going to happen. It's just something I wanted to point out. We've been selling out for a few days. And now, we're approaching the support. So possibly tomorrow, maybe sideways or maybe, a green day. So whatever puts that I still have on ticker symbol SPCE, I'm going to go ahead and exit them and probably not trade SPCE tomorrow, depending, of course, on what ends up going on. Now, I know some of you guys say, hey, but, I'm not a trader. I don't care what you're talking about when the stock goes up and down. I'm a long-term investor. Is this stock going to go up, right? So, I mentioned it multiple times. I believe on the long time frame, right? If you're investing for the next 2 to 5 years, then ticker symbol SPCE is, a great buy and hold stock. I think, each time we have these massive dips, they just present opportunities for you to dollar cost average, which means you just buy in on the dip and you average down, right? Let's go ahead and see on if we see any news. We just see new strong sell stock for stocks. Really nothing much that really catches my attention. I know yesterday when we were reading some of the articles, we read how the analysts were really just reviewing Virgin Galactic, and one of the things that one of the analysts mentioned is that this isn't going to have a lot of revenue generating launches in the next couple of months, and so they're really anticipating next year for 2022 to be another push up for SPCE. Until then, they kind of expect it to be around a $25 price level, which is where we're at right now. So we could possibly move flat for a while, which is not something new. We've seen that in the past, we'd moved flat a long time ago, right before we started having these massive pushes up and down. But again, as a trader, these pushes going up and down, these are great opportunities to make a profit, regardless if the market's going up or down, because as a trader, you could always make a profit depending on which direction the stock goes. How even as a trader, you can make money as the stock moves sideways, right? But I'm not going to go ahead and talk about credit spread options, because that's actually have a video on that, and I just don't feel like taking this video with that. But you guys also saw that I traded Apple. I know Apple is not something that we really talk about when we look at SPCE, but I just wanted to point it out that the overall market was very bullish today. We saw Apple almost reach getting closer to making all-time highs. I'm still holding like around $22,000 in Apple. So we'll see what ends up happening tomorrow. I do want to pull up, the overall S&P 500, as that's something that we often as traders and investors use as a benchmark to measure the market. And we can see that the S&P 500 made all-time highs. So, that's something to take note of. Now, you may be wondering, why is the S&P 500 making all-time highs and, SPCE, not doing that? They're doing the opposite, right? And you have to just realize that, obviously that, first of all, SPCE isn't in the S&P 500. And also, even if it was, not all the time do stocks have to adhere to what the overall market is doing. You have to understand that S&P 500 is weighted on, 500 different companies with, a big weight on a select few, like Apple. Apple, really does hold a lot of value in the S&P 500. So that's really something I wanted to point out there. But really the purpose of this video is to kind of just, help you guys come up with an idea for what's going to go on in the market, and then help you kind of execute that idea, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter unless you execute on your idea. So please, hopefully you guys see value in this video. Now, if you're wondering what platform I'm using to really just look at the charts, if I really wanted to read some articles, how am I getting all this information, simply just click the link in the description below. There's going to be a link for Webull, where if you sign up, you could get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,000. When I first signed up with Webull, I got a free share of Google. Is worth like $1,200. Now Google is worth like, I don't know, $2,800 now. So there you have it, like $2,800 just for signing up for Webull. And then also, if you guys want to learn how, I identify these trends, how I, interpret these patterns, and really just how I overall trade, make sure to click the link in the description below, because there's going to be a link to the Push and Profit program. And in that program, there are multiple video lessons where you guys get to learn exactly how I trade. And also, there is a daily briefing where I go on and I talk about what's going on in the market each and every single day. So make sure to take advantage of that. There is a coupon code in the link in the description, 50% off. That coupon code does expire in around 12 days. So, really just take advantage of that. Of course, I really want you guys to get the best deal, regardless if it's a program or if you're trading and investing in stocks. So, a lot of things to really look forward to, especially if you're, interested in SPCE, because of course, at the end of very bottom, there is optimism, and there is, another bull run that does come along, as the market is cyclical. So with that being said, guys, hope you're having a beautiful day. Just wanted to make a quick video, and I'll see you guys on the next video.